Nintendo. Now, Will, we've had our go-arounds with Nintendo, and we know how you feel. So, do you want to say something and forever hold your peace and let Nate and I kick it off? Or what do you want
Yeah,
to do?
I think that will be best. I will sit back and enjoy because you know what? I'm really excited to have Nate on here. So I just would be more than happy to hear his perspective. So Nate, kick it off, man. Here we go. Because I am not the Nintendo guy.
Oh, why wouldn't it get the apple of the week? We had Super Mario Maker 2. We had a brief update on Bayonetta, which was more of like a tease for what we thought was going to be a gameplay trailer, but it wasn't. Also, let's talk about the very end, the finale, if you will. Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening.
I just got chills.
Redone in the cutest way possible. I cannot get over it. It's like watching the most adorable little version of one of my favorite games in HD.
There were so many ups and downs for me personally with the Nintendo Direct tonight. Yes, it is deserving of the apple because there was so much good news that came from this Direct. However, there was a lot that I felt was missing. And before I let you take it off, we have Weaver0924 saying, "What's good in the chat? Thank you for watching. Appreciate it. And let us know your thoughts too while we keep talking along." Nate, take it away.
It was a whole roller coaster. We started out with a really interesting surprise with that Super Mario Maker. I didn't know that they were going to actually go bold and do that because it was so dependent on the touchscreen of the Wii U pad.
Yeah.
So I'm interested to see what they're going to do just because the Switch is great at handheld, but it also is great at being a console where we saw with Toad Treasure Tracker when it was released this last summer. The motion control in terms of like the quote unquote touch just didn't really do it for me.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm interested to see what they're gonna do with that. But it was seriously, I mean, we had a Super Smash Brothers update, a little more of a tease with Joker from the Persona series, which I know you've said before I need to get on. And
yes.
We had new update to that Toad Treasure Tracker, so now you can play couch co-op with someone. There's going to be a new paid DLC for that, which is super exciting. They went into Fire Emblem and then followed up with some kind of, I would say, lackluster things that really did lead into Mortal Kombat, Assassin's Creed 3, and then also a surprise announcement from Platinum Games with the Astral Chain, which was really cool. So what did you think? What do you think was missing? I know the big elephant in the room is Metroid Prime 4, which we kind of knew wasn't going to be in it, but I thought just based on all the reports that we were going to get Metroid Prime Trilogy, and that just was nowhere to be seen.
I don't want to pick it apart too much because this is, again, the best news. So I'll start off with the things that were absent that kind of bummed me out. So, of course, like you said, there was no Metroid. There was no news about Animal Crossing, Town, Pokemon. There was a lot that I thought we were going to hear about, and we didn't hear about anything, not even a tease. And so that kind of bummed me out. I think they did what Nintendo loves to do, and that's like the dangling the treat over here, and then meanwhile they're like, hey, guess what? We didn't do this stuff. Because there was a lot of good news to be had. I don't want to sound ungrateful about Super Mario Maker 2, but I also have reservations. When I saw it, I thought that it was Super Mario Maker Deluxe. It didn't seem like 2. And I'm hoping that as time goes on and we see more about the game, that hopefully, and I realize that this is completely far-fetched and will never happen, but give us maybe some of the 3D land aspects to create a game in.
I will say the cat suits, though, that does make me think there is a little bit of that Super Mario 3D world in there.
Okay.
A little bit of that spice. And I think that that's going to be something that they are going to feature at E3 2019, even if it's just a little bit. But you're absolutely right, though. Like, for all the things that were absent, Nintendo really made you feel like they still had a great show for 2019.
Oh, yeah.
To be completely honest, the entire cinematic for the Zelda game, I was like, what are we getting? What are we getting? What are we getting? Once I figured out it was Zelda, I was like, okay, so what is the art style going to look like? And I had maybe it'll look kind of like Studio Ghibli, maybe it'll look like something else. And then here we were with this like beautiful, almost like similar to kind of like Pikmin and maybe even like Yoshi's Crafted World.
Yeah.
Just a little bit more like play toy box, but still it looks great. Like I'm super excited about that. So they really know how to save the best for last. It's going to be great, but then it's also going to pave the way and maybe soften the blow of maybe like a 4 or 5 lead time for the next Breath of the Wild. So
right.
I think we're going to see a lot more of that. I mean, whether it's like a link between worlds, Minish Cap, even something kind of HD that way. I think we're going to start seeing more of those, kind of like almost like a side spin-off game, if you will.
I could see them saying, you know, let's try this out. It's a beloved IP. This way, we're not coming out with something new and everybody's mad that it's not Breath of the Wild 2, if that makes sense. So I think it is a smart move for them, and I am excited. I'm gonna play it. I'm not griping. I apologize. Talking about some of the oddball games that were out there, Deltarune. I was not expecting that. But I was really excited to see that you could play like the first chapter for free today.
Oh yeah, they did that a lot today. It was a lot of, hey, we're gonna do this really exciting thing. By the way, the update's ready later. The demo's gonna be ready later. Yoshi's Crafted World, we're getting the demo today. One thing I want to say about IPs that I didn't think we were ever going to see on the Switch, just because of mature content, not only Mortal Kombat, but Hellblade.
Yes.
The Sacrifice, that's something that I've wanted to play, and I said, I'm going to hold out. It has to come to the Switch. It has to come to the Switch. So now that it's on the Switch, I'm really excited to do that. Indie games have been doing a really good job with bringing attention to mental health disorders with Celeste and Gris at the same time. And so I'm excited to see something a little bit more mature tackle that subject on a handheld that's been more kid-friendly.
Right.
Will we be seeing you hop on the Switch train with the Switch 2.0?
I'd like to say yes. I really would. I'd like to say yes, but realistically, I got a few things I'd like to focus on. At some point, I would like to get on that, but we'll see what the future holds. I'm not saying no.
Well, that is our Apple of the Week. Congratulations again to Nintendo. Thank you so much for having your Nintendo Direct and giving us so many goodies. If you want to connect with us like we would love to connect with you, please go to Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Search Borderline Entertainment. Give us a like, comment, follow, or subscribe. All the above. Get all of those wonderful goodies. We have a lot going on, and we would love for you to be a part of the community. But for Nate and Will, I'm Asa. Be well, Borderline fans.